7 minutes gone past the 3 o'clock hour, welcoming you to the most authentic news experience that you will have on the radio. This is Hard Facts, and we are the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station. We're broadcasting live from our visual studios here in Victoria Island. I am Maryann Okon. Welcome Lagos, welcome Nigeria, welcome world. As usual on Hard Facts, from now till 6 p.m, it promises to be no dull moment because we start off with the big three stories for today. And these are stories that are trending on social media because you are talking about it. These are stories that are making or gracing the pages of our national dailies. And some of these stories are also some of the stories that we're bringing to you here on Nigeria Info FM's news bulletin. So, hey, let's talk about them. On the 4 o'clock hour, we'll be talking more about the IGP's tenure elongation. What actually got Shaura into hot water? Well, there are some people who argue for it, and then there are those who argue against it. So we'll be having that debate on the show today on the 4 o'clock hour. On the 5 o'clock hour, we'll be looking at production output when it comes to our oil and gas and petrol. The truth about NNPC, if there be any, that's the NNPCL, and some interesting revelations that have come to light. And of course, Afenifere youth calling on Mr. President to actually probe the NNPCL. These are some of the things that we're going to be talking about on the 5 o'clock hour. Welcome to the show, Lagos. Let's go straight into the business of the day.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Fact. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, you know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Get ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the Big Three Stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our primetime show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big Three every weekday 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first.
All right, let's get into the big stories for today. Top story, federal government raises panel on telecoms tariff hike as NLC suspends protest. Don't forget the NNPCL led by, the NLC, I beg your pardon, led by Joe Adero, had been, saying that they were going to go on a protest because of the telecoms hike. They were saying that the 50% hike is a bit too much because, of course, they think that Nigerians are already overburdened by the tariff hikes, the many tariff hikes. And don't forget, there's this tax thing that's hanging in the balance here. I was going to show a receipt. I'd wait when when we're having this VAT conversation. I'd show you a receipt of food that I went to eat with friends and how much we paid for VAT. It was ridiculous. What we paid for VAT is enough to buy a plate of food. Yeah, but that's a conversation for another day. And so just before the NLC decided to go on that protest, the government had said that they were going to put together a panel to discuss this tariff hike. But the NLC had planned its one-day protest against the 50% hike in telecoms to allow for further dialogue. The NLC was saying that the 36 states across the Federation were going to go on this protest. But now they've set that aside following a meeting with the government officials at the office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation on Monday night. The NLC resolved to halt the demonstration pending discussions. So, but then don't forget that we've had these telco operators, even I think we had Carl here, the MTN Carl here in the studio with Uncle Jimmy, talking about the fact that this 50% is great, even though they would have wanted it to be better because you see what we're paying for data, for calls and tariff is not enough to augment for, the cost of running these businesses and keep making sure that, we get our calls to go through and our text messages to go through. But here's the NLC saying, 50% is a bit too much and we're not ready to do that. So you know what? You're going to go back and review it. Can government get that compromise between telcos and the Labour people? Because that might just be another rocky road. But do we see any form of compromise ahead? And moving away from that, let's talk about Ondo State. I wanted to keep that for last, but it's okay. This one's from the Vanguard newspaper. Ondo Deputy Governor allegedly incurs 130 million naira on hotel bills in 1 year. So an alleged incurment of about 130 million naira taxpayers' money on hotel bills by Ondo State Deputy Governor Dr. Olaide Adelami and his aides in 2024 has sparked a controversy of sorts. Now, Dr. Adelami and his aides have been staying in hotel apartments since he was sworn in February last year following the renovation of his official quarters at the Government House grounds. During the 2023 general elections, the official quarters were converted into a computer center and situation room for the All Progressive Congress in the state. Findings show, according to the Vanguard newspaper, that the deputy governor has lodged in 4 first-class hotels in the state. I've been to Ondo. And has incurred other expenses in the hotels aside from accommodation. The director of Students Mobilization of Ondo State People's Democratic Party Campaign Council, Ijanusi Olawale, said the government should have allocated the newly renovated VIP lodge to Adelami rather than spending taxpayers' monies on hotel bills. What are your thoughts, Lagos? And finally, let's talk about insecurity. Mr. President is out here talking tough. Well, and this one's from the Sun newspaper. He says, end insecurity by 2025. President Tinubu to the military. And I'm asking that question quickly because I don't want to go into the detail. What's the possibility of fitting into this timeline? And I see the great things that are being done by the army, but this ultimatum that the president is giving, is it feasible or is it just a mere political statement once again to douse tension and make us feel like they're working? Or is it achievable? Let's talk about it. All right, 0201-277-0993. 0201-277-0993. And you can also call 0201-465-7190. That's 0201-465-7190 if you're a lady. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. You could join the conversation on WhatsApp, 0809-5975-805. I'll take it again, 0809-5975-805. Or you could just post your comments on our live stream. But we're also on Skype at Nigeria Info FM if you're listening from outside of the country and you want to participate in the conversation. My name is Maryann Okon and this are the big 3 stories for today. Join the conversation. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Hello? Anybody home? Oh, I'm so sorry. I guess that the 0201-277 is still not working. So just call the female line. 0201-465-7190, okay? Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Action Lady.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. End insecurity. Is it not the same thing we hear with Buhari for 8 years? 8 years. That's why I've been calling on the security agents, especially the generals. They can do it. This thing is hard to stop romancing these politicians. They can do it. Buhari 8 years. If you keep on relocate the whatever to the state, this thing gets worse. So it's left for our security agents. They can do this thing. Forget about looking at the one person who will give you no, please. Action Lady. Mm-hmm. Quick one. Today is Miss Oboli's birthday. She will live long. She will see her children.
Oh, happy birthday to Mrs. Oboli.
Yeah, the same goes to every one of us, Action Lady.
All right. Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you.
I always wonder, do you keep a calendar of all the birthdays of the colours of Nigerian football? Because you always remember it. I mean, I'm even a birthday person now. I don't remember most people's birthdays. Happy birthday, Mrs. Oboli. Why are we having the party, please? Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah, good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon.
We have Emmanuel on the line speaking to you from Ekpe.
Go ahead, Emmanuel.
As for the issue of the deputy governor living in a hotel, The Yorubas will say which literally mean that you look people ahead of you, people who are supposed to be your boss, and so on. I'm saying this in respect of the presidency, If the president was somebody who was leading by example, who was not living a extravagant lifestyle, who is cutting the coat according to the size of the economy today, I think the governors, the deputy governors, local government chairman will likely follow suit, but because they see that there is an example to follow, that is why they are spending our money with wastages. And then for the issue of the NLC vis-a-vis the price increment of telecoms, this thing, I think the NLC plan is unpopular among the people, and the NLC has got the win. Thank you and good afternoon.
All right, thank you very much for calling. We're still taking your thoughts and comments. It's still Hard Facts. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. I'm so sorry. Do call me back if that was you. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Sorry about that. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hi, Maryann.
Yes.
How are you?
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Oh, okay. Rapro, go ahead, please.
Okay, so on the state deputy governor, I begin to wonder. I don't get it. You don't have a house or what? Why is he going to hotel wasting 130 million a year? It's better you go and get, either you buy a house, and have some change than all this waste of economy. 130 million a year for hotel. Unless they are telling us what you don't know, what I don't know. So if you are telling me it's for hotel, and that is 11 million every month or something like that.
They said he also incurred other charges. I don't know what the other charges are. Maybe he ate.
Yeah, unless other charges. They should tell us that other charges. Better is still go and buy a house or to start with, don't you have a house?
Did he have a house? Because I was going to ask that too. Did he come from the moon?
Where the government house.
These are questions that they need to answer. But thank you, Abu, for calling. I do appreciate it. We're still taking your thoughts and comments. 60 seconds is all you have. Straight to the point. We are going to take more of your thoughts before we go on a quick break. We're looking at the big three stories for today. If you're just joining us on Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info, we're the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station, and we're broadcasting live from Lagos, Nigeria. Federal government raises panel on telecoms tariff hike as NLC suspends protest. Don't forget the protest was because they did not like the idea of the 50% tariff hike, because of course we've been having all kinds of. And we also hear that there might just be another electricity tariff hike. You saw this presidential aide's tweet and trying to correct what she said, still saying the same thing. So can we afford it is the big question. But with the telcos already saying, well, 50% is okay, is the presidency able to get some sort of compromise? Because if they must come down, then something has to give. What's that thing? And will it give? You know what I'm saying? Ondo Deputy Governor, we hear, incurs 130 million naira debt in, not debt anyway, it's not any debt. He just, they think that he spent 130 million naira on hotel bills in a whole year. And if your math is good, you know how much that is per month. And the people the youth in the PDP are saying, why do you have to do that? Why do you have to spend that much money when they're lodges, government lodges? Why do you have to stay in a hotel? And that's taxpayers' money. Who's going to give account of it? And finally, the president is speaking to the army, that's the military, and saying, look, end insecurity by 2025. Can they? Will they? Is it possible? Or are we just playing to the gallery? Or Mr. President is just trying to be, politically correct? Join the conversation. I'd like to hear from you. 60 seconds is all you have. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. I am so sorry. Please call me back. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Turn off your radio.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Prince Wyatt. Greeting you from Waterfield.
Go ahead.
security should be end by the end of the year. Mr. President or the military. Fantastic statement. But I want Mr. President to back it up with a very fat allowances. Their salary must be increased, pay at a record time, comprehensive insurance cover for their family, if anything happens to them, to cater for their children, their wives. If all this they are failing for them, I think they will be ready because for day one, they get their form, fill their form. I want to be a soldier man. That very day, they feel ready to die for the country. And the country themselves, they must ready to die for them by providing everything good for them.
Okay.
Lady Ann?
Thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. Sunday's calling us from Victoria Island. Hello, Sunday. Sunday.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Yes, Sunday.
Maryann, good afternoon.
How are you, sir?
How are you?
I'm good.
Mm-hmm. You see, I'm fed up with all this insecurity situation that is taking place day in and out. Once they will say, oh, go and end up today, as he's talking now, before you know, next day you will see they will go and make sure they kill like 50 or 40. So if they really, really want to be serious in fighting this insecurity, I don't think it's something that they need to announce to the people that they are trying to, to eliminate. Mm-hmm. Let them just do it silently.
Be stealth.
And go out there, finish them. Once you announce to them, let them hear. They themselves, they'll be prepared because they know their weapon is sophisticated than the one that Nigerian army is having.
All right.
Why wouldn't they end it up since?
Thank you, Sunday, for calling. I do appreciate it. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, this is Manuel from Nigeria.
Go ahead.
Maryann, there's nothing like starting made a statement here.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Please call me back. That wasn't me, though. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Frank.
Hi, Frank.
Yeah, the governor that spent such money in hotel, they should find out who owned the hotel. Maybe he's the one that owned the hotel. So when they say they should add money for army and police, I don't advise that because if you check election, they are the one that rigged the election now. So if you add money for them, they will still
which army rigged election for you?
They will still be rigging election.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
Meals have a way of taking us on a journey. And when you add plenty of vegetables like efo, ugu, and season with the rich taste of North seasoning cubes, even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of Knorr cubes. Today, eat for good.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Ready to climb the corporate ladder of success? Let the stairs show you the way. In today's fast-changing world, success requires more than just hard work. It demands adaptability, emotional intelligence, and digital savvy. Every last Wednesday of the month from 4 to 5 p.m., we bring you the strategies and stories you need to thrive. Hear from industry trailblazers and visionaries sharing their secrets, how to network like a pro, harness the power of mentorship, and stay ahead in your career. Because climbing the ladder isn't about the corner office anymore. It's about thinking big, staying agile, and making meaningful connections. So, whether you're just starting out or chasing the next big leap, join us on the stairs. Let's elevate your career together on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Fact. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, you know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yes, it is still hard facts. 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Maryann Okon. We're still looking at the big three stories for today. What are they? The Ondo State Deputy Governor allegedly has spent about 130 million naira on hotel bills in 1 year. Federal government is raising a panel on Telkom's tariff hike as NLC suspends its protest. And Mr. President is telling the military that they need to end insecurity by 2025. What are your thoughts on all of these stories, especially for the ending insecurity in 2025? How easy is that going to be? Is there something that is just said and then it can be done? Don't forget what a sitting senator had to say about what is powering or who's at the core of all of the insecurity that we're experiencing across the country. Do you not remember what Adams Oshomole said? And if you've been listening to Nigerian for years, you must have heard the Air Commodore, who has also continuously said what he's continuously said about what's fueling the insecurity in this country. With all of those things, can it be done with a snap of a finger? Because 2025, we're just in February. We just started February this week. And so can it be done in 11 months? Do we have what it takes to put an end to it now? Does the president know something that we do not know? Has the military gotten the magic wand? Because I want to believe that this can be put to bed immediately. But how? Let's talk. 0201 277 0993. I think that number is not working still. But you can call 0201 465 7190. That's 0201 465 7190. Or you can send a WhatsApp message to 0809597585. Join the conversation via Skype if you're listening from outside of the country. We're Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube and Facebook. You can post your comments on our live stream. We would like to hear from you. Let's go to WhatsApp quickly. I'd like to read some messages coming in from you. This one says, that's why people can't trust them. We knew that they would chicken out of this at the dying minute, probably settled behind closed doors. NLC leadership is the worst in the history of labor unions, fighting for their own selfish interests. Olushoga Ajayi. This one here says, good afternoon, Maryann. Welcome to another hard fact. Thank you. Says, happy birthday to Mrs. Aboli, the Ondo State Deputy Governor, Nagai man. After all, Mr. President and his aides spend extravagantly. Can he spend that on his personal business? It's only okay. Yomi, you can't use that word. You know that, yeah? Someone here, Z from the United States here says, did I hear you say 130 million spent on hotel bills? Is it his final sleep? Abi what? This has got saved Nigeria. Okay, this one says, the Ondo Deputy Governor is just following the example of our leaders. The PDP should just go and sit down somewhere, because if they were the ones, they'd do the same thing, or even worse. End insecurity is just a mere political statement. No be today. The NLC is now clearly working for the government because they want the telcos to reduce 50% increase, but the electricity tariff can further come up after their over 200 increase. Let's stop playing, Jerry. I don't think that the NLC wants the increase in tariff for power, for electricity. I remember playing a clip of George Jerry, and I think I want to play that clip again just to disabuse your mind, because for those who do not know, George Jerry actually works in the electricity sector and he knows it's in and out. So I don't think that Labour is actually complicit, but let me read through the messages and then I'll play that video for you, okay? This one here says, hello, Maryann. As for the governor, let the deputy governor keep bowling. Because he wants to bam. Let him bam like our president, who bought himself a new private jet. And I'm carrying 250 passengers. What I'm carrying 250 passengers and also a new yacht. I'm sure you mean what could carry, not what I'm carrying. That is the policy of the APC and their mandate. It's to ball hard. And sing the economy of our nation. I'm sure you mean sink the economy of the nation down with poverty, and so crying. Wow. He says, as for the security fight, they will not do anything because they started the campaign before they came into power with New Hope, and now T-Pain suffering everywhere. Dumpy, thank you very much for your message. This one says, Amadewale from Shagamu. Insecurities cannot end very soon as long as our leaders our borders continue to be free and open to foreign terrorists to keep pouring into the country at will. This one here says, when did the military start making announcements of going to fight insurgents? If you are the enemy, wouldn't you be ready? They should do their warfare silently. Prince, I don't think it's the military who announced it. The president is giving them an ultimatum to end insecurity this year. So it's not the military saying we're going to put an end to insecurity this year. No, that's your president. See what here says on security, the president is just joking by this statement. If he's serious, he should have started by prosecuting the names on the list of terrorist sponsors. Senator Shomole also said they know all the names of those fueling terrorism and banditry via mining. The president should probe that if he is sincere. Another one says, why can't the EFCC and the likes, ICPC, just do their job instead of these unending talks on embezzlement? What is the constitutional duty of all these inactive agencies? For NLC, they're just losing their reputation. Why protest in the first place? I'm tired, Seth. Japheth from Lekki. Well, the EFCC spokesperson is coming tomorrow. And tomorrow, I'm not even going to be talking a lot. I want you to question him. We're grilling him. Let him do the sensitization. Let us ask the questions. Is that a good idea? Okay, then. Tomorrow, he's going to be here at 5. This one says, greetings to you, Nigerian fool. Thank you very much. Why did the EFCC not go and bust the deputy governor staying in the hotel? If it were an ordinary person, they would go and bust the person and say the person is a Yahoo boy. These present people rolling us and just using words as if they're still campaigning. Please, it's not their duty to fight insecurity, because these people amaze me with their thoughts. They lack ideas and true leadership. This is from Daniel. Okay. Uchechuku Victor says, Uche from Sango, one thing I do not like about this Joe Ajero-led NLC is that they don't think before they act. They act before they think. Them gaga too much. And talking about Joe Ajero, I want to go back to that Joe Ajero accusations of the Ministry of Power and what he said that they were doing, and what they need to do to fix, the power system. This is what Joe Ajero had to say. Please take a listen closely, all right? This is what he said.
It is service, reflective tariffs. The service you are giving to me is what I will pay for. And to that extent, if you don't give me meter, if I'm not metered, you can't just wake up one day and say I have to pay 20,000, I have to pay 30,000. It's not done. If you don't give me supply, there's a consequence to it. Now the ministry is talking of migrating from band A to band B. That's the highest level of 419 one can think of. Who is in band A and who is in band B? Is it based on geographical area that you have band A or band B? Or is it based on the dictates of the provider that say, oh, you are in band A, oh, you are in band B, and some days you will not have supply. And they give you the impression that band A's will get certain number of hours, maybe 18 hours, whatever, and they don't get. And then you pay attention to probably geographical areas where you migrated them to band A. Therefore, the CC is no longer a social service. Some communities are still off. They are not getting anything. And you don't even know the band where they belong to. And if you check, the calculation, what's the band A, what is band B? In countries of the world that are targeting 24/7 power supply, why would somebody be talking of band A, band B? How will it happen? So that idea is concocted, to make money unnecessarily and to say people are migrated. You'll be receiving, you'll be paying, and you are getting 6 hours, 7 hours, or 20 hours a day. All of a sudden, they say you're on band A. What are the conditions to be on band A? What are the conditions to be on band B? Why will you discriminate? Why will you give me band B and give somebody band A? These are issues. Has the minister concerned himself with the electricity assistance funds to the rural communities to bridge the gap between the urban and rural, power supply up to this moment? Is that not part of their job? It is not part of their job to explore the options that are in existence in renewable energy sources in this country. These are the provisions for the act for them. How many of them are working? How many solar plants do we have in the country? What is the Senate? Are we still on fossil fuel with all the dangers, on emission? How many new power plants is being constructed, either solar or whatever, in the countries, in some countries? So what is it that we are doing? Those are challenges we are thinking of.
And that's Joe Ajero speaking on this issue of power. So for those of you who say he's quiet about it, he's only shouting for telcos, no, give him some benefit of doubt, okay? And back to the phone lines. I want to take more of your thoughts. 0201 465 7190. That's 0201 465 7190. I'd like to hear from you. Share your thoughts. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello?
Good afternoon. Turn off your radio.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Hello?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Maryann.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is John from Ajegule.
Go ahead.
Please, there was a massacre at Boeing yesterday. I was waiting to hear from you, the update. But I thought you will include it in the hard fact. But I didn't hear.
No.
Please update us about the massacre.
Until I have an update, I can't update you. Okay.
Ma?
Thank you. Until I have an update, I cannot update you. Something happened, yes. Until we have the full story, I cannot just come here and say, no. Hello. But of course, we'll look into that story. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Yes, Maryann. Sorry, this is Mane from Naija.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. There's nothing like fantastic statement here. Look, APC, they are full of propaganda. Bet me today, being 4th of February, by the end of this 2025, they'll say no, they didn't say anything like that. They'll say that 2031, they'll put an end to insecurity. I'm telling you the fact. They will deny it. When they are giving the scorecard of 2025, they will deny it. Nobody should deceive anybody. And the deputy governor to look at it, they should arrest the man immediately. Not that once somebody see chicken, they will say they put it for prison, life imprisonment. Thank you very much.
But you know that's just a suggestion from my guest yesterday. It's not that it's not life imprisonment. That'd be interesting. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maryann.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Zoma, go ahead, please.
On the line, thank you. Maryann, I want to comment on the deputy governor that is spending that huge money in the hotel. You see, because these people are not held answerable to any question. Because they know that with this their impunity, nobody has the right to question them. But these deputy governors and their orga, if you go to their states, Maryann, I bet you, there is no road, there is no light, there is nothing to write home about. But they just carry this money, all these politicians, and be destroying Nigerian money, spending Nigerian money anyhow, as if it's their private money. What are we going to do to these people? Because their impunity is becoming so much. When they hear this, EFCC will not go about them. If a poor man now, they will run now the next day to go and start investigating and arresting them and scattering everywhere.
Okay.
Look at the way they behave in this country. And because our votes are
5
not...
seconds.
Thank you, because they don't need our votes. They know how to go their thing and say that they have won the election. That is why they are doing all this impunity and go away with it. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Uzoma, for calling. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Peter Usifo. I'm calling from Abaranja in Ikotum.
Go ahead, Peter.
The NLC suspending the supposed protest is just face saving. I don't believe that NLC president can do anything for the masses to support him anymore. There has always been mistrust because of his hanky-panky with the people.
But the federal government is saying, hold on, let's have a meeting. Let's set up a committee to look again into this tariff issue. And I mean, why would they go ahead and protest?
Yeah, that is the reason why he ran to that meeting, because he knows that even if he has to go and protest, nobody will support him. So the masses believe that they can only save themselves, not by NLC. Then, as for the directive given by the president that insecurity should be ended before the end of this year, that directive is okay. At least Matasene once existed in Nigeria and it was eradicated. So, but the only thing is that insecurity cannot be totally eliminated from Nigeria. There's nowhere in the world where there's total eradication of insecurity. There can be kidnapping, stealing here and there, or any other thing. But the major one like Lakurebe, that's Lakurawa, Boko Haram and the rest, can be totally eliminated.
Right. Thank you very much for calling.
That the president is doing.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. Keep your calls coming in. We're still looking at the big stories for today. And I want to take your thoughts on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live. Post your live comments, okay? I want you to be part of the conversation. I'm going back to WhatsApp here. Somebody says, stopping insecurity is a normal rhetoric that we've been hearing since time immemorial. Has anybody arrested those Oshomole mentioned? NLC doesn't have anything to offer. Why has Ajero called for a strike? Why hasn't he called for a strike on power banding? I don't blame Ondo Deputy Governor. It's time to chop and enjoy while we keep complaining. We will be wise one day. Ayo, thank you. Steve from Ijaniki says, unending stories of subsidy and tariff hikes is like a dog that swallows its vomit. No better of describing this government and its attitude towards all these subsidy stories. The government has swallowed all they claim to have rejected and condemned before coming to power. They just wanted to grab power, and so they have. They've called the previous government of GG unprintable names and huge claims of coming to do magic, but the direct opposite is what we're seeing from them shamelessly. It's just a pity. Nigerians are too docile, and we just listen to them telling us irrational and meaningless stories. It's just a pity, he says. This one says, Chicks from Ikorodu says, when will you and Sheriff handle football show? Is that the thing? It's because you don't know me and Sheriff. Go and do some digging. It's because you don't know me and Sheriff. Been there, done that. And we got t-shirts for it, by the way. And our team won 5-1. Don't even get me started, sir. Anyway, let's move on. Maxwell from Ojota here says, this kind of report is very offensive. How can a deputy governor spend such a humongous amount of money just for hotel accommodation and whatever to drink beer and carry side chick? Were you there? You said you have come with your own. Were you there? Do you know if he was having meetings upon meetings on how to change the lot of the people of Ondo State? What do you mean by that? Were you there? Anyway, he says before this man became DJ and was living in a hotel, why can't his people fear God? And even if they don't fear men, the most annoying part of this is when they come to campaign, they will say they will do heaven and earth for you if you vote for them. These men will soon meet their Waterloo, and the people who are watching, the people who are watching. Whoa, Maxwell, it's okay. I'm not reading the message again. Oluwaseun here from Akute says, good afternoon. Ondo State does not have deputy governor's lot. The late governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu converted the deputy governor's lot to Tinubu campaign offices in 2022. Since then, there's no deputy governor's lot. Is that even an excuse then? So since 2022, they couldn't have done something. We're in 2025. What's this excuse though? He says even the incumbent governor, when he was the deputy governor, when he was the deputy, the governor's, I'm sure you mean when he was alive, the deputy governor was staying in a private residence outside the governor's house. Ondo State is super rich not to have a befitting deputy governor's lodge, but we lack good leadership. Oluwaseun, all the best. What do you want me to respond now? Because why? What's this excuse though? I think Lucky Ayedatiwa needs to fix this because we don't want to hear this story again. If not, we'll send the FCC their way. Abby? All right, let me go to X. Joy Forever. Okay, no, that message is not for me. All right, this one says, oh, dear Lord. Ogana here says, Ondo Deputy Governor allegedly incurs 130 million on hotel bills. The amount is okay with the status of soft work politicians who just spend and never create wealth. Remember that side chick massage and allowances are also included. Hey, you people not put me in trouble. I'm not there. Safan Ubari says, easy money to spend everywhere in Nigeria by government officials. How on earth in a serious country can state government spend 130 million hosting a deputy governor in a hotel? It's enough to buy a new house for him. That's too cheap. He might not want to live in the house. It's too cheap. Right, for last special here says partially, but not 2025. Our politicians are their sponsors. Until we figure out these politicians who back them with resources, we won't get them defeated. It's talking about ending insecurity in 2025. And Joy Forever says, by the time the committee finished sitting, we have turned into a new year. NLC doesn't have local standing. The deputy governor spending 130 million is showing they are not cutting their costs, but extravagant. How will insecurity end when human factors are not addressed? Tribalism is promoted. Ask me, I don't know what I'm going to answer you. John Bernard here on X says, the president telling the army to end insecurity is just a political statement. Okay. And Olusho Gajai says, that's why people can't trust them. We know that they will chicken out at the dying minute, probably settle behind closed doors. That's the NLC leadership. He says it's the worst in history of labor unions fighting for their own selfish interest. And Boma here on X says, his statement is just political and has no force to back it. Let all Nigerians keep praying to God Almighty to show us mercy and help us to outlive this government. Fuel is still 1,000, high cost of living and unbearable house rent. What about children's school fees and feeding? Okay, I want to take a few more calls and, of course, read some more messages. I have about 5 minutes. 5 minutes before we go. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Call me back. Turn off your radio. Turn it off. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Maryann.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Pastor Ladipo.
Go ahead.
Maryann, you know, it is easy to spend the money you didn't work for.
Really? Is it?
I learned that lesson from the prodigal son. Because the prodigal son just collected money. He only mastered the act of spending. He has not mastered the act of providing or making money. So because of that, he wastes the whole money. That is what these people in government are doing. When they come into power, they don't even ask themselves one question, saying that, okay, this money, if it is my personal money, will I spend it like this? Will I spend it? And we have thousands of people who are suffering. And these same people queue, and they give them, some of them, 5,000 or 10,000 to vote for them. So the only way to pay them back is to lavish that money. It is act of wickedness from my own point of view. Okay. Because when you know that if it is your personal money, you cannot spend it like this. Okay. Now you have been entrusted with it. Why will you spend it like that?
Thank you very much for calling. Your time is up. Thank you very much for calling. Chinedu is calling us from Jegu or Jegu.
Oh, the generals. I want to know more.
Chinedu.
Yes, I want to know the people that is ready to end up the insecurity. Is it the generals or the boys? I want to know, please tell me. Thank you.
I don't understand. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Yes.
This is Maz. They're calling you from Edu.
Maz, you there? Go ahead, please.
Yo, thank you. Maryann, is it possible for president to have for a soldier to stop insecurity in 11 months? I think it's possible, but the only way it's going to be possible, not by shooting, not by killing, is this way our president is dialoguing with the Ogoni people to make more money from our oil. That is the way he has to dialogue with every insecurity people in this country, so that everything will stop.
Are you suggesting that our president negotiates with terrorists?
No, you don't understand. Yes, everybody.
No, but we don't negotiate with terrorists. What are you talking about?
There is a reason why insecurity is there.
Why do we have to negotiate with terrorists? We shouldn't negotiate with terrorists. What sort of dialogue?
Let me tell you, something not happen for nothing. It has to use. If you want to use force, it may not succeed. Then a lot of damage will come in. But if you use dialogue, you can end everything peacefully. It doesn't need to kill before it gets fast.
All right. Okay.
You can use a dialogue to end everything problem in Nigeria. Okay. That's the only way I see it. But killing, it may not work out all the time.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Anybody home? All right, do call me back. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Miss Maryann Okon.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name?
Good afternoon, my sister. Thank you for the nice job you are doing. It's Mrs. Nwafo. Mrs. Rose Nwafo calling from Olodia, Papa.
Please go ahead. Thank you for calling.
I want to talk about this, our Labour Congress, Ajeru. Okay. My sister, Miriam, this very man is a toothless dog. Are you hearing me, my sister?
I'm listening.
He's a toothless dog. In that every time they're talking about, we shall do this, we shall do that. He's just making himself to be a popular man. It's a fallacy, fallacy upon fallacy.
Wow.
He's not a serious person. He's just fighting for their own union. He's not fighting for Nigeria.
Well, but that's what labor unions are. They fight for workers' welfare, not necessarily the whole country. You did not vote for Ajero to be your governor or your freedom fighter. He's the labor leader fighting for Nigerian labor workers, not you.
No, he's not fighting for us. Okay, for labor. What of when Oshomole was on power?
He was fighting for labor.
We saw what Oshomole did that time. But this one, we just back like a toothless dog. We just
I have to let you go.
Honestly, I'm just telling you the gospel.
Thank you very much for calling.
God will help us.
All right.
We shall, as Engineer Chris always there. Always say, all of us are there.
All right, thank you very much. I have to let you go because I have just less than a minute, and this last call is what will end the conversation. Hello, welcome to Hot Facts.
Hi, Maryann. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm Tony. I'm calling from Lagos Island.
Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't understand. Nigerians are just, I don't know the word to describe Nigerians with. Like, do they know the rule of labor? I think maybe they need, even if you educate them.
We think that we voted them in to, fight for all our problems.
Like, I don't understand. Is Joe, so I'm sure some people will even feel Joe Ajero should be responsible for fighting for their spiritual battle also. Why are Nigerians so lazy?
It's not that
I don't understand. These are things. So if people who are complaining that, Joe Ajero is not doing this and doing that, you have your network provider around where you stay. So have you started your own protest on your own? So why didn't you go and do that? Like, why do you have to wait for one man to fight for you? So they're always looking for who to blame for their problems. Nigerians are just too lazy, honestly. And it's annoying. Like,
I'm not lazy. I'm not lazy.
Well, maybe aside you.
All Nigerians are not lazy.
Others who, yeah, people who just complain. And I think that's where the APC also borrowed their
I have to let you go because our time is up. Thank you so much for calling. Our time is fast spent, and we've got to go on this break. On the other side of the clock,
you are listening to your number one station.
Yeah, we'll be back.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
For 3 decades, Chocolat Royale has been at the heart of your sweetest celebrations, creating cakes, pastries, and confections that turn moments into memories. From birthdays to weddings, cozy mornings to grand occasions, we've been
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's